Hey, I think a video is the easiest way to try to get across this information about the EIDL grants. The stimulus package here was passed on the 27th, so a couple days ago here, March 27th, 2020, and within it there is a provision for small businesses to qualify for a $10,000 grant. So there's been a lot to talk about the loan part of that program that's been around for a while, where you have to pay interest back on that loan. A lot of business owners that are struggling are really kind of complaining about that, saying, well, I'm already in a deep hole, already having a problem, and now if I even can make it through this with this loan, on the other end, I'm going to have these loan payments making it even harder. So I'm digging this deep hole with interest. So this EIDL program is not that. This is a grant, which means that there is no obligation to pay it back. The things to consider here are that there's only so much money to go around, and there are way more businesses than money, and so if you're wanting to move forward, moving forward sooner rather than later makes a lot of sense. The other thing is making sure you understand exactly the details of that program so that you're within compliance of it. I have attached in this email a copy of the source document that goes over that to help make it a bit easier for you. But this is essentially kind of packaged and chained with that loan. So I think the initial thought process behind it is that they thought, okay, if a business is really struggling and they apply for this disaster relief loan and it takes a while to get that loan approved, that business might not make it through that period of time. They might need help right now. And so this is an advance of that loan. The interesting part, though, is that you don't necessarily have to actually get the loan too. It seems that the application process, they're maybe kind of chained together, in which you'll kind of start a loan application process and the grant process at the same time, and then they could decline the loan or approve it, and you could say you don't want it or you do. But these are two programs that kind of go side by side in some ways. That they're for small businesses under 500 employees, I believe, and there's some other kind of stipulations that are laid out. But it seems that the goal and the purpose of this is to give a cash influx to businesses that are really hurting and needing it now. Now, within that, there's kind of some broad definitions of what that means and what that money could possibly go for. So I'm not offering advice whether you should or should not do that. I am not a lawyer or an accountant. That is not the purpose. I'm trying to lay out that there's some cases to be made. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to proceed myself within this yet, but the goal of it is to really help businesses that are hurting. So if that's not you, you might pass this information on to another business that's really suffering as well. But I know a lot of us, $10,000 of string-free money to help our business out would go a long way to help getting things set up right. So check out the rest of the information in this email. If you have questions, if you get stuck, I'll try to help you. But to be honest, this is kind of all that I know about it. And the rest of it comes down to judgment calls on your end and maybe reaching out to other networks of professional people like lawyers that maybe you'd lean on in situations like this. But good luck. It seems like a great opportunity. Thank you.